A couple of shutouts the last couple of days between the Jays and Red Sox. Yesterday, the Jays offense was pretty painful. Lost 2-0 and only had 2 hits. The Red Sox today only had 2 hits, and the Jays shut them out 2-0. So really weird one at Fenway Park, but what else is new? As the Jays' record now improves to 66-70 on the year with their W today. And it was nice. Bowden Francis shoves. What else is new? And this was a big start for me, right? Because going into the start, I'm thinking, okay, you've done it twice against the Angels, which, not saying much. It really ain't saying much. You did it against the Cubs, okay. And the Orioles start that he did have in August was good. 5 innings, a 2-run ball. It was good, but it wasn't elite stuff. So I wanted to see against a good offense in Boston and in a weird-ass ballpark in Fenway Park, how's he going to do? 7 shutout innings of 1-hit baseball where he carried a no-no into the 6th. Or the 7th. I think it was right into the 6th inning. Nuts. Elite yet again for Bowden. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 5. You want to hear some other crazy stats about Bowden Francis? You know how many walks he's allowed in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His last 6 outings? What is that? 4. 4 walks in his last 6 outings. Which, what? 4 of which? 1, 2, 3, 4 innings. 4 of those have been 7+ innings of work. Pounding the strike zone. And that's why the pitch count was so low today. Obviously only threw 70 pitches. Would have loved to see him go a little bit more. But I understand it. He's pitching a lot of innings and a lot, like in a short time span as well. So I get why they're trying to ease him back just a little bit. But only 70 pitches because he pounds the strike zone. And the Red Sox were just swinging today. At one point, like the 3rd inning with 1 out. I looked down at the pitch. 20 pitches. We're in the 3rd inning. There's 1 out. It was crazy. They were just swinging at everything and weren't doing diddly squat to him. A soft line drive got it done. And that was the only hit that he allowed in his outing of work. Red Sox only had 1 more throughout the game. And the Jays win it 2-0. So how did they acquire those 2 runs? Well, top half of the 3rd inning, Brian Serven pops one up just outside the infield, but right in kind of no man's land, right behind second base. Mickey Gasper? Yeah, Mickey Gasper goes out there and tries to make a play, and he was it was a circus out there for him trying to make that play. He doesn't, but Brian Serven's running on the play. He rounds first and gets to second. And he's at second with nobody out. But then Dalton Varsho and George Springer get out, and there's 2 out, and he's still at second base for Vladdy. And Cutter Crawford threw a meatball to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And this Vladdy, all of a sudden, second half Vladdy, yeah, he ain't missing that. He ain't missing that whatsoever. And he pulverizes this ball about 108, 109 off the bat to dead center field. Jarren Duran jumps at the wall to try and make the play. Can't do so. Vladdy gets the RBI double to give the Jays the lead 1-0. Awesome stuff. We go to the top half of the 6th inning and Addison Barger. When this guy pieces up a baseball, it's hammered. 109, I think it was 109.2, I believe, off the bat, down the right field line for a ground rule double. He now has, I can't tell how many, actually I can do that. Let me check how many doubles he has now in his short career at the Blue Jays. Yeah, there you go. In his 46 games, he's got 5 homers and 11 doubles in 150-odd plate appearances. He's been incredible. Lots of extra base pop for Addison Barger. And then Ernie Clement comes up, and he gets a meatball. And look, we've learned at this point, especially in this game as well, I think it was Greg Weissert, that he hit the base hit that was like 4 inches off the plate to the outside, and he just kind of poked it to right field for a base hit. He gets a ball in the middle. You throw him that, it's probably going to do some good. As he drives one hop off the green monster, Barger comes in to score. Jays lead it 2-0 in the top half of the 6th. We're feeling good. And of course, Bowden Francis having that no going into the 6th or 7th inning. It's insane. He's been awesome. Now, we'll get to him in a second. I really want to talk about Bowden Francis because who doesn't? But that's how it ended. Bullpen was solid. You won it 2-0. Let's get to the player stats. Vladdy, just another multi-hit game. 2 for 4 with an RBI. What else is new? 324 average with a 398 on base. Going into play today, he's sitting with a 955 OPS. 2 hits and a double today. It's going to be over 960. Ludicrous. Ernie Clement went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Addison Barger 1 for 4, but who cares? It was a double and he scored a run. Awesome stuff from them. And Brian Serven, shout out to him, albeit both hits were kind of greasy. One of them was the blue pit, and the other one was a double that he didn't even know where the hell the ball was. And then oh, it's going on the line. Okay, there it is. And then it bounces out of play for a double. So, but good on him. 2 for 4 with a run scored. Did they count as 2 doubles? They did count as 2 doubles. So, attaboy Brian Serven. Good job from the 9-hitter. 7 hits total for the Blue Jays. Struck out 5 times and walked 3 times. Also stole a couple bases on Danny Jansen as well. Now, Bowden Francis. Okay. I really wanted to see what this start was going to be for him. Because going into play, you saw 2 White Sox starts, or not White Sox, Angel. I mean, pretty much the White Sox. The Angels were terrible. But anyways, 2 Angels starts, a Cubs start, which, okay, fine. And an Orioles start that only went 5 innings, got 2 runs. It's like nothing crazy. You wanted to see a good offensive Fenway in Boston Red Sox. Obviously, no Rafael Devers for a 3rd game in a row. Something to keep an eye on for Red Sox fans. But no Devers for a 3rd straight game. And Fenway Park's a really weird place. So let's see how Bowden does. The splitter was on fire. He mixed in the breaking ball just enough. And the fastball had that extra life. It was only 92, 93 in the gun. He got up to 94, I think, a couple times. But he elevated the heater. He put it in good spots. And that splitter / changeup thing, because it doesn't really move as much as a splitter. You think of Kevin Gausman, where it just kind of falls off the face of the earth. It doesn't do that, right? It's a floating type thing. It's a change-up for me. It's about 9 to 10 miles an hour difference from the fastball, which is what you want. So I'm loving what we're seeing from Bowden Francis. 7 innings, 1 hit allowed, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 5 guys. In his last, was it 4 starts? Let me check that for you guys. Let me just fact check myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outings. He's walked 4 guys total. 4 guys total in his last 5 outings. Not innings. Outings. He had that 1 5-inning outing against the Orioles where he walked 1. Every other start's been 7+. He's pounding the strike zone. That's why the pitch count was so low, obviously, right? But because they were just swinging at everything. He's been ridiculous. Didn't walk anybody today. Had 5 strikeouts. ERA is now 3.66 in the season with a whip of under 1. He is that close to winning now AL Pitcher of the Month. And he honestly probably should. He's an ERA just a shade over 1. A whip of not even half of 1. He has been elite through August. He deserves AL Pitcher of the Month. Regardless of how you feel about Bowden Francis moving forward, he deserves it for the month of August in 2024. Bullpen-wise, they did their job. Hennessy Cabrera went an inning, allowed 1 hit. Got a strikeout, nothing more. Clean as usual. Great stuff from Hennessy Cabrera there. ERA now down to 3.12 on the season. He's just been so reliable. It's been so fun to watch. And Chad Green, as per usual, gets save number 16 on the season. Cleaning of work, no base runners, except for the hit by pitch, which, for the love of God, what are we doing? How does the umpire know that the guy he got hit by a pitch? You don't hear it. You don't hear it plunk off him or hit him in any way. You don't see a change of direction in the baseball. But all you got was the guy pointing his foot hey, it hit me. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Head on to first base. You were hit by a pitch. They go to replay. I'm like, the ball spin does not change. Shoelaces don't move. Nothing happens. How is this hit by a pitch? But it's got to be concrete evidence to overturn it. So it's just stupid. Whatever. He goes a clean inning of work, gets save number 16, and the Jays win it 2-0. Now an interesting series comes up. You got 3 games in Minnesota. Minnesota's that team holding that last wild card spot. The Jays are 7.5 back because the Minnesota Twins are pissing down their leg. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They've lost 4 in a row. The Jays are 7.5 back, which again, it's a long ways back. However, it's interesting. And tomorrow, it's a little worrisome for Jays fans. Look, you might get slapped in the face with reality. It's an 8-10 first pitch. Kevin Gausman faces the Twins. If you haven't been around here very long, that's usually a disaster waiting to happen. His playoff start last year wasn't great, and just historically, they've just hit him really hard. I don't know why or anything. We thought maybe tipping pitches a while back. They just continuously do it to him. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow in Minnesota. Pablo Lopez gets the ball for the Twins. I believe that might actually be, it was Sonny Gray in game 1 last year. Yeah, and I think Pablo Lopez went game 2. Or maybe it was vice versa. I don't know. This might be a rematch of game 1 of the Wild Card Series last season. So it's an 8-10 first pitch there. Game 2, Jose Barrios versus Zebby Matthews. What a name. And then the finale is Yariel Rodriguez versus Bailey Ober. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win this evening, hit that like button. Do appreciate that. The subscribe button, if you guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game. For the Toronto Blue Jays, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Well, I'll be here regardless. Tomorrow, Jays edition, game 1 of the 3-game set in Minnesota against the Twins. Gosman versus Pablo Lopez is the matchup at 8:10. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win this evening. Talk to you guys then.